Okay, guys. Good day, everyone. All right. So I want to talk about this pair, USDCAD, and a lot of people will look at me and say, "Why am I still looking at the bearish side for dollar?" All right. So, and my basic yardstick is to looking at what the overall trend is doing. All right. So, and I kind of want to be skeptical. All right. For those who understand how I look at the market, well, I always look at market as to whose territory am I, and I always want to give recognition to that owner of the territory, irrespective of what the view is. And there's this one very important tool that I've worked on, and well, I use mainly using the volume to identify um, possible direction into what the market is doing. This uh, volume indicator right here always give me some heads up. And this is what I mean. If you look in-depthly at this level, okay, and as price pushed to the downside, overall trend is to the downside. So as price pushed down towards this level, you could see that bearish momentum also um, followed through with that bearish volume that was massive. So now looking at this bearish volume, this is the high. And as the result of the buyer's volume coming in, which was a very nice one, where the buyer's volume started stepping in. And I want to see how the buyer's volume actually challenge this bearish volume that's bearish momentum to the downside. The big guys direction on this trend is to the downside. Okay, and you will have a volume correlating that. And as price begin to pick up, the buyers begin to show interest. And suddenly when they show interest, you could see buyers begin to knock themselves out. And suddenly the buyers volume picked up again. But then what I also want to look at is if the buyers are coming in, they want to come in, I want to see them come in with a volume that's going to take out the seller's volume. So if the volume is not challenging the seller's volume and taking them out, you getting into that kind of a buy, you probably might be shooting yourself in the leg. All right. So you always want to get involved in and that's how I look at the volume. So you always want to get involved in, okay, yeah, I can see the volume coming out, all right, but then did it challenge that seller's volume over there? No, it hasn't. The volume is still lagging. So it simply shows that this guy is still in control. And that is why I talk to you about territories, all right? You want to understand which territory, and you want to see how the guy is doing in his territory. And as price really rally back up into that level right there, which we have marked that this is the seller's territory, what is the volume like? Is there power with the buyers coming in? So if there's no power, you probably won't be interested in getting into that buy, because that buy has chances that it's going to die off. Let's take an example, all right? Look at how price really rallied down to this level, okay? And as price rallied down, pushed down, and here we got the buyer's volume. And this was the seller's volume, okay? And here was the seller's volume. And the buyer's volume really jumped up, okay? But was there buyers in this sense with the volume that was shutting up? No buyers. So everyone who is looking into buying this is going to get knocked out because the volume of the buyers is not taking out the volume of the sellers that was coming in. And that is why you have to be very careful. Rather than jumping into a trade without impact, a trade that's not backed up with volume, okay, a trade that is not backed up with strength, okay, you probably might be shooting yourself in the leg. And for those who are in the training class, this is part of what I'm going to be teaching you when it comes to volume, talking about volume. All right, we've digressed a little bit. So, but then I want to use this opportunity to tell you that when you're trading, or you always want to look straight to your left-hand side and always confirm, is my buyers that is coming in challenging, is the volume challenging each other? And that will give you an edge as to, should I get into this trade or I shouldn't at all? So right now we're still in a patient mode to wait for the time to strike. All right. So you need to be patient enough to understand what market you are and what is backing up any challenge into that phase. If there's buyers and yet then there's volume, then it gives you a more superb opportunity, more superb confirmation as to what's probably going to happen afterward. But right now, I'll still be sitting on these and saying the sell is the best shot. Okay, so the sell is the best shot. The buyers are not there, so don't get worked up and say, oh, we'll see buyers stepping in. Hey, listen, you need to be sure of who's buying it. There's no volume in that market, then it is not backed up by the big guys. But then when there's volume showing up with that bias, then that gives you an hedge as to, yeah, I know who is interest, I know who is in the market. Now I'm seeing his volume, I'm seeing his trend. I cannot get into this market. But right now, it's not a good buy. If you buy this, you probably might just be scalping into that market. So rather be looking forward to shorten this on USDCAD opportunity short. It's really gliding in, and I'm pretty much sure that this is going to be a very big one. Okay, so that'll be, guys. I said, all right, let me give you this. Okay, hopefully I'll fully recover. It's been a hectic start of the year, and a lot of activities are in place. So, but I hopefully believe that I'll be fully better. Okay, going taking some medications right now, so fully I should be okay, and then we should be ready to go. So while I'm taking my drugs, I'm also still watching out and seeing if we could get a very good opportunity and we'll be able to take it. All right. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you in the next video.